Hey everyone, I think we're live. Alrighty. Let's get to it. Let me double check some. I think I'd be on this by now. Yeah, okay. So. Hey, we're back at it with Misadventures of Xena, this time the Weathered Primate. We are, as I recall, on our way to... That sounds better, no wonder. On our way to the desert. We are finally headed off to a new region. If we remember what happened last time, that is... I never noticed that the stuff sticking through the face of that dinosaur, that Tonosaur. Anyway, yeah, so, last time, a lot of things kicked off, finally. And, our big meeting of all the groups of people, the different factions, got bombed. People got kidnapped, somebody died, and while we were rescuing Risa, we came across some plot in the desert where I guess the prince of the family in Levant was murdered, and now they seem to think that one of the holy mission priests did it, so we're gonna go find what happened. We're currently, if we recall, in between missions for our faction, for the Blue Chamber. So we're going to go do this little extra quest on the way. I've gone through everything I think we might need for our little desert excursion. Carrying a decent amount of stuff. I think we're set with everything that we need. So I'm gonna say let's kick this thing off and let's get out of here. We just woke up. There's a couple different ways we can go to get to the desert. I'm gonna go the way I typically go. And that is just out this way, kind of similar to where we'd head to Monsoon. We'll fill up our water on the way out. Reese is right over there. So I've mentioned him a few times. Talk to Roland. Oh, you know what? One thing before I leave I want to try and do. Roland's chilling over here. Every time you can chat with him, you just want to come up and be nice to him. This time he gave me a helmet, a big heavy plate helmet, and he gave us like $100. It was kind of nice. So being nice to Roland pays off. Being nice to people pays off in general. One thing I was thinking about. So this woman, she's one of the Blue Chamber leaders. Her name's Gabriella Sullivan. And her pet hyena. That's kind of awesome, and I really wish we could get one. But, whoops, speaking of pets, well, so it got me thinking, Xena always has her sidekick, travel companion, whomever, Gabrielle, right? We need a Gabrielle, don't we? So, this game actually has pets, and they're just cosmetic. So I think that we should get a pet, and we'll call it Gabrielle. So let's check out, what do we think most Gabriellis-esque. So we do that, summon our pet, and now this little monster will follow us around. That works for me. That looks like Gabrielle. I'll take it. So now we have Gabrielle, who's just gonna hang out. I remembered that you could do pets in this game, and I thought that would be pretty funny. Which one's Ark? Okay, so now we're all set up. We got our stuff. We've got $800. So there's a merchant in the desert that can make us the armor set I want, but I need 5 Hakamite, and I just don't think we'll be able to get it by the time we get to the desert. I need to grab one more water bottle, because we are definitely going to need water in the desert. Do I only have 2 on me? Yeah, it gets really, really hot in them there deserts. So, we have us. We're ready. We have... Where's Gabrielle? There she is. And she's just going to follow us around, which I think is adorable. That's actually a creature type from... So I haven't talked about this a whole lot, The DLCs. There's 4 major regions in the base game. The DLCs each brought in their own new region. Caldera, the volcano region, and Antique Plateau, which is far more temperate plateau, mountainish. Not really mountainish, but and that is a creature type that live in the Antique Plateau. Oh wait, that's the desert. Yeah, so moving on to that is the Hallowed Marsh, that direction. We've been there. Let's read the sign. Berg, Hallowed Marsh. All right, the sign did not help us. But we'll be on our way. What do we have here? Looks like a couple. Elk and your lady elk. And don't get mad at me. I'm just going to chill here. Gabrielle, don't get stuck in the cliff. Well, I hope everyone's having a good day. I've had a pretty chill Sunday, which is kind of unusual. One of these days, maybe when we get back from the desert and get the last of our skill stuff put together, we'll go check out the Vigil Pylon, which we can see right peeking up over there. There's a little bit of a, I wouldn't call it a secret per se, but there's some hidden stuff there. There's an ornate chest and a legacy chest hidden there. Not that I have anything tucked away in legacy chests. Oh, did I do the travel rations again? I totally forgot the travel rations again. So, we're going to take the long way back home because I'm an idiot. But at least we'll have hopefully have a little bit of fun on the way. I told myself earlier, don't forget the travel rations. And what did I do? I forgot the travel rations. But that's okay. So normally there's always this one, oh, check it out. You can see him. There we go. They're going to get a fight. This one stag and that beast golem. This happens a lot. It's probably kind of set up to happen this way. But the stag almost always wins. See, our beast golem just can't keep up with that stagger this thing has. I definitely don't want to get close enough to annoy. Interesting that the battle music hasn't kicked off because neither of them are aggroed at me. But then he always just stands there like next to his kill. Like, King of the forest. None shall claim the beast golem parts. So yeah, it looks like we're going up here early. I don't want to do this right now because we are in a little bit of a timed quest with this. It's called Blood Under the Sand. It's the investigation of this whole Prince's murder thing. It's like 40 days. It would be very difficult for us. Okay. For us to... Alright, we got... Oh, nice hit. I'm not wearing my good backpack. Come on, keep knocking him back. Yeah, alright, nice fight with the Beast Golem. That went pretty well. Beast Golem scraps. Hell yeah. We can either sell those to the Kazite dealer in town, or I can use them to craft a pretty good axe. I'm not going to be using an axe, so I don't think I need to do that. But hey, always good to start off with a good fight. I think so. And like I said, those golems aren't that much trouble. If there's like multiples of them, then you're in a little bit of trouble. So I actually ran around the other night and a little bit earlier today just to collect some stuff. And I went into the Vigil Pylon area. There's just a basic chest there, but then there's like a hidden, quote, hidden lever that has a little like mini dungeon, I think is the best way. Why is this not filled up? I feel like either way. Like a little mini sort of dungeon. It's got a little bit of a puzzle to it, and there's a few other chests, a bunch of ghosts, and then you have to fight a Burning Man and one of those big obsidian fire moose things at the same time, which is never, well, it can be kind of rough. I've definitely died on that little encounter quite a few times. So I think we'll do that maybe when we're done with Blood on the Sand on our way back to talk to Risa and start the next quest. We could pop in there. I mean, other than the ornate chest, there's really nothing for us to do there because we don't have a legacy. So, I mean, ornate chest, good, and it might just be fun to see it and do it anyway, but I'm already, and this is probably getting a bit ahead of myself, but already kind of thinking about what sort of character I would want to do for another playthrough, and what items I would need to leave in the legacy chest, and what I need to get with this character to store them. I already know the playthrough I want to do. Whether or not I'm actually going to do it's a whole nother thing. There's plenty of other stuff I'd rather do, but other things I'd want to do as well, aside from Outward. But for now, I'm very content to do this. And the things I need for that other character are quite endgame. So we'll see about getting there. I can't believe I forgot rations again. Fill up the water bottle. All right, is it actually full? Okay, now it's actually full. 2 full water bottles. I just drank some water. Grab some travel rations. Eat some tartines. Jeez, might as well just sleep for an hour since we're here. Already burnt some stamina. Lost a little bit of health fighting that dude. Screw it. We're just gonna repair for 5 hours. Sleep until morning. You know, we're just restarting the entire road trip. That's how we do. One thing I told myself, oh well, that's fine. I've had plenty of road trips and they're always get fun when things get weird. Alright, I know I have like 15 of these around. Where, there we go. I'm just gonna take 10 with me. Oh, that bumped our weight up considerably. How much of 10? Oh yeah, this, oh, that doesn't cost a lot, but. Oh, that's a whole 5 pounds. We got our tent, that's not helping either. Quite a bit of food too, but I don't think I need fire or anything. Hex cleaner, I don't know. We got weather defense. Hex cleaner is always kind of nice to have just in case. Alright, I'm content with it. I'm just going to start eating some food. Alright, drink some water, eat some tartines. We know that the path is clear this way. I love it when it's raining. Does the rain actually carry between screens? Is it going to be raining on the other side? I would hope so, but I don't know if I've ever really paid attention to that. Come on, game, you know you want to be raining. Maybe not. Alright, let's eat some of this. That almost scared me. Gabrielle, start making some noise or put a bell on you or something. Ooh-ha. Okay, road trip 2.0. We're well rested. We've got tartines. We've got... Still noticing my stamina's going down pretty quick still, all things considered. These have stamina reduction. These are just hot weather defense and movement speed. So, 6 of one, half of the other. Hopefully by the time we get back, all these bodies go away. I'm getting sick of seeing the same dead bodies. It would be fun if they could... Wow. So, I'll admit something about me. In real life, I really hate the golden hour, as it's called. You know, like that time in maybe dawn and dusk. Where, like, a lot of professional photographers like to take pictures because all the light's so perfect and beautiful. I hate that time of day. Like, a lot. And I don't know, it just bothers me. everything about it. But seeing it in a video game is actually really, really nice because it just looks fantastic. Like just all this trees silhouette, bright golden light. Yeah, it looks great. Been playing, I haven't played in a minute. I really need to get back into it. But South of Midnight. And it feels like at least the sections of the game I've been through right now are basically all set in the gold now. And it looks fantastic. Oh, whoa. He's just right there, ain't he? Gabrielle, quick, avoid. Yeah, there's a bunch of those golems that tend to hang out around this pylon thing. Don't know why. Well, so the golems were created to fight the scourge. The pylons are created to deter the scourge. And so I guess it makes sense that they'd be hanging around the same areas, but weird. I mean, what time is it technically? Like 5:30 a.m. Yeah, it works for me. That's a bit early. I will stay up till 5:30 a.m. with no problems. Waking up at 5:30 a.m. it's the worst. Are you gonna let me loot your fresh kill? Oh yeah, I'll take them both. Alrighty, onward to the desert. I think we're dressed appropriately. Let's travel to Abrasar. It takes 4 rations to go here. Alright, let's get ready for this. It's gonna be hot right off the bat. And we have to get across the entire... Well, we gotta meet some guy. I know what we need to do, thankfully. But, yeah, it's already hot. Look at this place, though. Vigil pylon way out there. Fire horse and Burning Man right off the bat. Yeah. The enemies here don't mess around. So let's drink some water. That'll help cool us down a little bit. And I have a weather defense potion, so we'll try that too. So yeah, if we see our temp gauge there on the left, it's looking a little... At least we're going down. We're staying cool. Alright, so that right there is a jewel... What they call, yeah, I think I mentioned in the last stream, a jewel pearl bird, which... Alright, they typically just run away from you. Even more so than the regular pearl birds, so I didn't really want to mess with him. I don't think they're quite as powerful as the black ones. But anyway, let's talk to the robe man. This guy's presumably the... You actually don't look like a terrible looking NPC. Huh, weird. Presumably the guy that killed the prince.
Wait, what?
Gah! You startled me. Who are you and what do you want? So you're the supposed assassin of Prince Jaden, I take it. You don't look like a priest of Alat.
This is troubling.
Yeah, I mean, no. I mean, they set me up, all right? They gave me a big sack of coins to run straight down the main street of Levant in this getup. Then I heard, stop him, he killed the Prince Jaden. And I knew I had to get as far away from the city as I could. I'm just a puppet, I swear. I know I should probably head back to the meetup point, but considering they're willing to murder a prince, I'm freaked out they might kill me just to keep me quiet. I can't stay out here forever, but I'm scared to go back. Where's the meetup point exactly?
Listen to me.
Near the giant insect hives, there's this old prison in a cave. I know some bandits sometimes use it to stash goods or people they want to get rid of. My contact used that place for us to meet up.
Can you help with this?
There might be some goods or information or something there. Go help yourself to it. Anything else in this damn place?
Wait,
Who was giving orders? I don't know. The guys all had masks on and nobody used their real name. I thought this was just a distraction for a robbery or something. I didn't think someone, let alone Prince Jaden, would end up dead, I swear. You should probably turn yourself in. I'm not risking a life sentence in that cell in the slums. Not to mention whoever organized this mess would put me on their short list for a very bloody accident if I ran my mouth. I'm not going back to Levant. No way, no how. Alright, you do you, man. We are going to leave the bird alone. We don't need the bird. They drop jeweled, like I mentioned, jeweled bird meat, jeweled raw jeweled meat, whatever it's called. And that's actually really good. It's a pretty good meat type. Let's gather some cactus. This cools you down very well. These bugs. Oh, hey, yeah, fight. These bugs obviously shoot fire. They're really not that big of a deal, but unless you get a bunch of them together and they're all just shooting mortars at you. Yeah, all right. I mean, I don't need to get involved. A little insect scrap. As he said, we need to go to the giant hive in the desert and look for something. Open the corpse. Wow. To be had. Let's see, the pylon over there. There is that big spear sticking out of the ground right there. Is the Stone Titan Caves. It's a little bit of a fortress right there, usually filled with some bandits. That's the big hive he's talking about. So there's more of those weird bees that reanimate corpses and whatnot around. And then that way out in the distance is the city of Levant, which we will head to shortly. I do like the desert. My first playthrough, I came here, I think, just briefly a couple times. I didn't spend a lot of time here, and I just didn't like it. Yeah, out there's some cool, interesting dungeons. This big garden place that's houses one of the hardest enemies in the game, just kind of out world boss style. I don't think I've ever killed him, so we can maybe attempt that though. He's a sword golem. There's also this big hive place, and I've only ever come in here to do this. I've never really gone out and explored even further back in there. So maybe one of these days. It just scares me, you know? So in here, there's a prison somewhere. Let's get some water. Oh yeah, we need to eat another tartine. And increases stealth. Sure, let's increase some stealth. Not that it's gonna help, but so we're gonna run in here. Hopefully we can find this clue. It's outside, somewhere to the left, I think, because it's full of hive enemies, and especially like a hive lord, and he could ruin our day in a quick way. I think it's just over here. Read. Months before, yeah, maybe I'll read this later. Burnt outpost, yeah. Because I don't want to get infected. As he says, is he just like, ugh. Bad bugs. Yep. We're bailing. Screw this. Nope, out. Not even gonna mess with it. I might come back later. I don't think there's ever a reason to come back later. There's nothing really great here. Just some enemies we probably don't need to tangle with. But we got the note that we needed. Basically, to do this quest, there are 3. I guess the correct way, or like the official way, would be you hear about it in the bar in Berg, or in the inn in Berg. They mention the guy out in the desert by the oasis. So you come here and you talk to him. Then he tells you there's the notes in the hive where we just were. That note says there's something going on at the little outposts in Berg in the forest, where we'd already just rescued Risa from. So then if you were to run back to the forest and get that note and then come back, that note will tell us that we need to find one in the slums of Levant, which is the city. So I already grabbed the one in Berg. And because I didn't want to have to backtrack just to go grab that note. So once you start the quest, you can just snag the one in Berg. It's way easier to do it that way. I'll take a full water skin. I'll take cactus pie. I'll take it all. Take it all. Ooh, bright, rich attire. I don't really need that much salt. Okay, we've still got a few pounds. We can snag some stuff. What are these? I just like getting rid of the More assassin bugs. I don't need to deal with. My partner pointed out that I have a tendency, she was laughing at me, because I watch a lot of videos and on stuff on gaming related whatnots, and I always find it funny when, and this pertains primarily to Souls games, when people complain about Souls games because they run away from all the enemies and then end up getting ganked when they get chased down, and they complain about boss runs and whatnot because they just run past everything. And I think classically, like, Dark Souls 2 was where enemies could actually hit you through a frog wall, and then after you beat a boss, they would come in because they just never lose aggro. Anyway, my point was always like, why don't you just fight everything on the way? That's how I always do it. I just prefer to kill all the enemies on a boss run between me and the run, because why the hell not? It's practice. But anyway, then she watched me play this game. It's like, you were running away from all the enemies. I'm like, yeah, I know, because it's a different type of game. I don't get experience or anything from killing enemies in this game. I get items for money, maybe. Not that I'm hating on people that run past all enemies in Souls games. It's just not how I play. But I do find it kind of funny when people run past everything and then end up getting ganked because all these enemies are following them. It's like, well, it's kind of on you. All right, we made it to Levant. It's not that hard to get here, you know. It's just a big open desert. I do like this area. It has been growing on me a bit lately. I've been here quite a bit. There's some good stuff over there. A couple locations. I don't know the desert very well though. That's the garden thing you can see right ahead of me. There's something called like the Electric Lab over there, which has some crazy good puzzle in it with I think an ornate chest and some other, like a Czar stone maybe. And there's some. Well, we'll just wait for that. I think I might go check that place out before we're done here. There's the next clue for that treasure map thing here. So, welcome to Levant. Now, had we wanted to join the heroic mission, this is where we would have come. So we would have had to come all the way here. Ah, such a bright, sunshiny city. Welcome to Levant. It's art and entertainment and wonder and beauty and statues and naked people everywhere the eye can see. That's a pretty cool statue. So, quick, the nickel tour. When you come in, if you go to the right, this is where our alchemist is over here. And I don't know who these guys are. I don't know if these guys are anybody. You know, just random nobles. I just realized I'd never actually, don't think I'd ever come over here. Yeah. But our alchemist is here. He...
How can I help?
Tuan.
This is trouble.
Oh, right. So, we'll get to that. Oh, ornate chakram. 1575. That looks pretty cool. 40 and 41 impact. And the thorn chakram, 1400. I did not bring enough money to this place. Inflicts bleeding on enemies. 37 and 38. So I'm gonna need to come back and talk to this guy later. Wow. Okay. What can I sell? I get that dagger that I picked up. I have an alchemy kit that I brought with me for some reason. No, I didn't bring it with me. I just found it. Not a whole lot to sell. I don't think I'm gonna have enough money. I have 800. $923. That is not $1,400. So currently, since Levant's like kind of locked down with a sort of civil war going on with these are the new people of Levant. Told you, naked people everywhere. The prices are all screwy. And we can, depending on like, I think how this quest we're on goes, we can get the prices. Like, we'll get them to like let the king and queen will tell people to sell to me at regular prices. So hopefully we can fix that. Innovative weapons and tools in my life, whether you're for plowing or killing, my gear's the best.
This is troubling.
He sells guns, Ornate pistol, flintlock, cannon pistol. And he sells, I mean, that sort of stuff. Stuff for traps, stuff, pistols. You know, he sells power gloves. That's kind of cool. But that's kind of his gem. And then our blacksmith friend here.
Listen.
Master Smith Tokuga. Sad to see the old quarry full of bandits. I'm sure there's still some sand roses buried in those mines.
Oh, boy.
I could offer you a better deal, I would, but it's out of my control, I'm afraid. That's okay. Steel sabers. Yeah, everything's really expensive here. He's got some of these masks are really good. This one, the Taunosaur mask. Stamina cost -10. Decent impact resistance. They are pretty cool. Is the Ash armor. Might end up buying some of that. Pathfinder armor. That might be a good set too. But he's also the one who can craft me.
Something?
The Tenebris armor set is the one that I want, but I need 5 Hackamite for the armor. I have 2 right now. I don't even know how good the boots are. I'm just gonna wait until I get 5 more Hackamite. But moving right along. So back in the main town city square right here. We've got some water. And then we have our chef and our general goods merchant.
Want to buy something?
I hear the food store stocks contraband, the scumbag. Take your time to browse. Only legit goods here.
Oh boy.
But yeah, everything's stupid expensive still. I don't think we need anything. So he sells the strong box backpack, a tough box that protects both the wearer and what's carried in it. It has 60 capacity. And then he sells the alchemist backpack, which slows down the decay of food and stuff, kind of similar to ours, but it holds less, actually. Yeah, that's why this preservation backpack's so good. 75 capacity, and it slows stuff down. And then our chef.
This worries me.
He's got a few different things we haven't seen before. Spicy meringue, helps against the sun, and cactus pie, which we just had the cactus fruits. Everything else is more or less the same. You know, typical stuff. And then if we go over this way, there is the fashion merchant. Who's this guy? What's his name? I don't remember. Smooth. Yes. Smooth the tailor, because of course it is.
This worries me.
To offer you a better deal, I would, but it's out of my control. I want to buy something. So he sells a bunch of just good, fun clothing. Sometimes he has some really good stuff, but it's mostly like light clothing and that. Some of these have some really good stats, but they're definitely not armor. The Entomber armor set right here, this is actually really good. I think it's the one he's wearing. The Entomber boots are almost fantastic. -5 stamina, +5 movement, minus hot weather defense. They're not great in resistances, but they're not bad by any means. So, we might come mess around and get some new clothes someday. Really? That's a pretty good statue. So he's wearing the dancer set, which is obviously not much. She's got the regal or the nobleman set on. The clothing options in this game are pretty good, actually. I'm fairly impressed with what the devs came up with. You don't tend to... I feel like they kind of fell into that trap of there's a handful of like good ones that give you all at least some of the bonus stuff that you need. And then there's plenty of just stuff you never really wear unless you're just goofing around. I mean, arts and leisure. And our friend Jan from back in Cierzo is here. Xena, you made it. Welcome, my friend, to the heroic kingdom of Levant. Okay, fine.
Take care, eh?
I've got work to do, Xena, but it was good talking to my last friend in this damn town. He has such a cool sword. Maybe someday. And a fake arm. And a fake leg. And that just brings us back. This is the inn. This is the Grand Inn. This is actually a pretty entertaining place. I love the big ball up on the ceiling. Obviously, we've got dancers, because what Grand Inn wouldn't? I think the armor set is the top and the skirt thing. But if the leggings are the skirt thing, that almost fits for a Xena outfit. But I don't know. We'll see. Alright, moving right along. So we need to go check out the slums, which are to our right, just over yonder. But first I want to go talk to this guy right here. He is Jaimon, the mercenary trader.
What can I do for you?
Being a mercenary means hardship, from fighting monsters to wearing damn full plate in the desert. It also means freedom and profit. He's the trainer of the mercenary tree. He teaches quite a few good things. Mostly he's got bullets. Like, well, I mean, that's probably the number one reason you'd come to this guy, is he teaches gun skills. But he's also got some good stuff. Fast maintenance, you repair your equipment 50% faster when you allocate time to repairing in the rest menu. I might just pick that up. And then decrease the stamina and movement penalties from wearing armor by 50%. That one is very good. I have to buy both of these. And now I can't afford this by 13 bucks. So we'll come back and pick that one up later. But we also need to talk to... Actually, we don't need to talk to her yet. So I'll go sell a brick. We'll go pick up that other skill. Actually, we're going to come right back to her in a minute. So...
Can I help you? This worries me.
I'd like to buy something. I just need to sell you a brick of gold. Just one. Alright. That's plenty. Oh, actually, I'm a liar. There's another trainer in the slums that I might want something from. I'm not certain. That's why we brought some money with us. Alright, we'll sell two. The slums is the rogue. The rogue trainer. Or rogue engineer. I think that might be the actual class. What's in here? Nothing. Alright, into the slums. It's a much more somber place. Gabrielle, where are you? I don't know where Gabrielle went. Yeah, the slums are a dangerous place, as you can see. Graves. Death. There's nothing back here. So we're looking... There's a note somewhere in here that we're looking for. I don't know where it is off the top of my head. We don't want to go to the Undercity Passage. That's a interesting armor set and a great hat you have. Oh, now the happy music comes back and I feel better about myself. Oh, nope, it went away. Too close to the city. That's where we're going for. I really don't like looting stuff in the slums because I feel like I'm taking stuff from people that need it more than I do. But, you know, I'm not going to not look to see what's in the slums. The note we're looking for, I believe, is up top. This is the trainer. Styx, the rogue trainer. Empty your mind. Be formless, like Shadow. Shadow can take any form and overcome any army. Be smart. Be Shadow, my friend. He's got some good pressure plate training. So this is where we learn how to use pressure plates. If I want to, I don't know. Sweep kick, weak attack, and a wide arc of effect, high impact will knock down a target afflicted by the confusion status effect. And then he's got dagger abilities, which we're not using daggers. So there's not really a whole lot of reason. This one, though, the breakthrough, lowers the stamina cost of dodging by 50% and allows you to dodge unimpeded even when wearing a backpack. So that basically lets you dodge with any backpack on just like normal. That's a great breakthrough, which obviously we can't get. Since we're here and we talked about maybe using pressure plates at some point, I'm going to pick that up. But not super high. Enter Abersaur. Weird. Not super high on my list. We are mostly... Oh, I got to find two things while we're here. Aha, that's our note, I think. This is the last delivery for a while, Pigeon Eye. The Baron is muscling us out of the smuggler's tunnel. He's moving loads of weapons and personnel in and out frequently. I don't know who he's working for, but he's got Levant City's guards on his side now. I overheard one of the guards say something about reporting to his boss in the Hive prison, that the Corsairs sometimes use for interrogations. I'm not sure if he knows who's using that place or not. Either way, it's signs of serious trouble. The evidence of a plot within Levant is mounting. You should turn these in Turn these documents into someone from the Levant military. Okay, will do, but I'm not quite done here yet. $6. So there's this guy up here named Pigeon Eye. He...
You look like you've been around. Spare a few silver, mate?
The people here need all the help they can get. I don't know how much money I have on me.
Thanks so much.
Your kindness will not be forgotten. I'll see it goes where it's needed. So you can pay him... How much cash do I have on me is the question. 289. That's probably enough.
You look like you've been... I'm grateful.
You can give him 40 bucks, I think, like 3 or 4 times.
I'm grateful. All right.
Next time you come to... Alright, I guess it's 3 times. We'll have opened the passage to Tamara's shop. She's right here in the slums and sells rare weapons and monster parts at an insane price, though. Basically, there's this smuggler in the slums, and she sells good stuff. But you'll have to... you have to donate to him a few times before she opens her shop to you. And I just wanted to make sure we had it open. I don't really need any of this stuff either. We are looking for someone in particular, though. Someone I've only heard about in whispers. I think they said northwest. He's called... the Barrel Man? That's him. Talk to Barrel Man. That was mildly terrifying.
Greetings, friend.
Hey-yo, what? You've never seen a man in a barrel before? How positively sad. This is the only way to live. Why are you in a barrel? Because my name is Barrelman. Where else would I be? Why are you wearing a fish on your head?
Remember this.
Because we're both lonely, of course. You should be more considerate of her poor fishy feelings. Do you need anything?
Can you lend me
As a matter of fact, yes. I'm a master smith who has perfected the ultimate weapon, and it's designed to share with those you love. You could really use a mana stone to make it happen. Here, I have a mana stone. Stupendous! Just what I needed. How did you know?
Can you lend me a hand?
Yes, verily. Now I need some toast. Verily. Wait, what? What does toast have to do with...
Remember this.
Everything. You'll see. Ow. Here's what you asked for. Stupendous. Just what I needed. How did you know?
Can you lend me a hand?
Now for some sauce, we need some gadberry jam all over this toasty base. Sauce? What? What does that have to do with the weapon? Everything. You'll see. Here's what you asked for. Stupendous. Just what I needed. How did you know?
Can you lend me a hand?
Gadberry jam all over this toasty. Oh, right. Yes, weapon. I think I'll be needing a little palladium. Oh, good. Finally something that makes sense. Why do you need that other stuff? Because try to keep up. Here's what you asked for. Stupendous. Just what I needed. How did you know?
Can you lend me a hand?
We desperately need some alpha jerky for strength and power. Why are we talking about food again? Because try to keep up. Here's what you asked for.
Yes.
Stupendous. Just what I needed. How did you know?
Can you lend me a hand?
And last but not least, we need grilled mushrooms all over your special request to really improve it. No, we don't. How do grilled mushrooms improve everything? And designed to share with those you love. What is this?
A gift.
A magical floating dish that makes everyone happy. You wanted the ultimate dinner, right? I can't even eat this. The crust is made of palladium. I'd break my teeth. I could probably kill a man if I threw this at him.
Curious.
Oh, right. Now I remember. You wanted the ultimate weapon. I just got confused. Well, I guess there you have it. An ultimate weapon. I can't use this as a weapon. Everyone will laugh at me. Then laugh along with them like I do. See? I feel better already. Now remember, don't you ever tell anyone about this. This is our delicious little secret. See you later.
Farewell, my friend.
Never remember, you didn't see nothing. Okay, I'd only ever heard about that interaction. And here's what we got. We got the Mysterious Chakram. It deals 16 damage, 16 fire damage, and 35 impact. That's, all things considered, slightly more than our Fire Chakram. And it's a pizza! I got a pizza chakram that I can now throw at enemies. And it's steaming. That's actually kind of amazing. I was looking up like different chakrams I could get in the game so I could have an idea of which ones I needed to try and make sure I got. And that popped up. And That's really stupid. But we're going to hold on to it for a minute. And I do love that it's steaming. Okay, actually. Gabrielle, hurry up. We got someone to talk to. That was kind of funny to me. We're going to kill somebody with pizza.
What can I do for you?
Okay, so I wanted to buy this armor thing. Got that. We can't do any more. We're not using guns. We're using pizza. And then we go talk to this chica, Cyrene. Remember, she was at the meeting. And she was kind of like, fuck off. So... I'm afraid I'm quite busy. Perhaps some other time. I want to talk about the murdered prince.
You have something about the murder of Prince Jaden. Don't just stand there. Spill it.
I've found some evidence about the plot. I think you'll want to see this. This is... I can't avoid this conclusion any longer.
Avoid this conclusion any longer. Prince Pietro, what in a lot's name were you thinking? Based on what we've found, it seems like Prince Pietro has been plotting a coup.
Against King Simon and Queen Calixa, and that he masterminded the attack on Berg as well. So basically, one son killed the other son because he wanted to take down the king and the queen. Not to mention he's been making use of that damn smuggler's tunnel under the slums that Baron Montgomery got built.
We need to move on the Paragon.
We need to move on the Paragon.
Are you ready to go
I have a squadron's of troop ready to go, but I could use the extra help. Are you ready to go? Yes, I'm ready to come along.
Flush them out of that smuggler's tunnel. Come on, let's roll.
You and I will go in from the Baron's manor. I'll have Yazan hold down the palace side entrance, and my troops will cover the slums exit and desert exit. Come on, let's roll. Undercity Passage. Okay. As much as I really want to use the pizza, let's try it. Let's mess around with the pizza. I know this next. Have I ever? Okay, yeah. I know this next bit. We gotta. So she's right there, but we have to open this. We gotta be very wary about traps down here. They are goddamned everywhere, if I recall correctly. Eat some alpha jerky. We're about to go have a bit of a fight. And let's get some tartine up in my life. So that Baron Montgomery guy is like a evil. This guy. Obviously there's blood everywhere. Talk to him.
Are you serious?
What in Alat's name are you doing here? This is private property. I'm a damn baron for Alat's sake. Get out of here before I have you arrested. I should be saying that. You're an accomplice to Prince Jaden's murder.
Oh, dear.
Oh, no. They're coming for me. I wasn't expecting this so soon. 300 silver. I'll give you 300 silver if you just pretend you didn't see me and just let me go. Judging by the stench of your little playroom down here, you've got plenty of blood on your hands. No, this only ends one way.
You'll never take me alive.
I wasn't planning to. Die, Trog spawn. Oh, whoa, hey, you kind of blocked that. And you're out, dude. That was simple. Way easier than I thought it'd be. You got that big shield, you know, that makes me nervous. I'll take your axe, take your shield. And nothing else on you. Do I even carry bandages anymore? We do need to restore some burnt stamina. There's still a lot more enemies to be had here. And let's start eating some food. I always carry all this food around with like intent that, yes, I'm gonna have to use that later, and then I just never do. And we have ornate oh, right. Sorry, you guys probably can't see anything. Yeah, my bag's overweight. There we go. Sorry about that. Dragon shield. Never even heard of this thing before. Hound mask. Damage bonus plus 10%. Ooh, I kind of want to wear that. Bag still overweight by 5 pounds. What can we get rid of for 5 pounds? Travel rations. I don't need these. There's space in the pocket is the next question. Oh, we have 3 pounds in the pocket. Yeah, I'm carrying way too much stuff. Well, I mean, 5 pounds isn't much. Next question is, where do we go from here? Oh, right. I just need to go... Not this way. The Chica. I'm afraid I'm quite busy.
All right.
We blocked off the other exit. Let's split up and take this area.
Keep your eyes peeled for Prince Pietro and the Baron.
I already killed the Baron. See, I think there's just something you have to do it before you do that, or you have to like take the long way around. So now we've just got... Oh yeah. Nice try. Alright, health and stamina doing okay. I know there's a lot of desert warrior people in here. So this area can get a little bit tricksy. I think we need to go down, but you know me, I've got an overloaded backpack, so now is the time I decide I want to start looting everything. Actually, should probably try and take everyone on while I can. I think those are the other entrances, actually. So let's just go down while I still have my focus and my... I don't think I'm even enraged anymore. No, I'm not. So let's eat some jerky and get rage. And keep an eye on our focus. Oh, right, I'm still using the pizza. I kind of spaced out that I was using the pizza. See, that guy... Oh, it's a bunch of trogs in here. I don't think they'll come down. I think there's like a different way you end up fighting all the trogs. They're like guarding some stuff. But down here's where we need to go. Murder you guys with pizza. Wait, is there no one to be murdered? I was positive there was a bunch of other enemies here. We caught him already?
All right.
All right,
I
you
know
both
when
have
I'm
me.
beaten.
Just like that?
Do I look like I stand a chance against the two of you?
Cornered down here by the army, I have far better chance of survival if I throw myself on the mercy of my parents, even if I was planning to kill them both. If you want to live, I hope you're willing to rat out your followers. Why would you do this?
My parents have grown soft.
Parents have grown soft. Old Vaunt is an existential threat to us, and still they welcome their people to join us, and they still treat the Blue Chamber Collective like equals. We're not elected by simple humans. We were anointed kings and queens by a god. Not you.
My brother was too nosy.
My brother was
nothing
He would have found out about my plot to kill Calixta and Simeon eventually. I needed to be secure in the knowledge that I would be the only true heir to Levant's throne. It was nothing personal. If you want to live, I hope you're willing to rat out your followers. You're going to come with me and not make a fuss, you hear me?
I won't
resist.
I'm not stupid.
Take me in, Cyrene.
Gladly.
For the record,
I'm sorry it turned out this way, Pietro.
as for you, Xena, good work.
My men
will take Pietro into custody, Xena.
The
heroic
kingdom is in your debt.
I gotta turn that off. I will personally report your impact to King Simeon himself and see to it that he rewards you adequately.
You also killed Baron Montgomery here. I won't ask for the details.
As far as I'm concerned, the number of corpses in that torture room more than merits his death. I'll report you killing him as self-defense and leave it at that. Good work. Hey, and that's basically the end of that whole little side quest thing that really doesn't take that long when we know where to go and what to do. And then, use a pizza. Blood Underson's log has been updated. What does it say now? Talk to Queen Calixta as a reward in the Palace of Levant. Alrighty. So we uncovered the truth of the prince's murder. We're the best pizza delivery lady in all of Ori. And now we're gonna go meet the king and queen of Levant. You got anything new to say?
Keep walking. I have no
Yeah,
time
yeah.
for you.
Into the throne room. Hero's Palace.
Listen up.
I'd enjoy swapping stories with you, traveler, but Calix and I are discussing what should be done about the old Sandrose quarry. Perhaps later. Alright, my queen.
Cyrene told us about your work bringing down Pietro's plot against us.
Thank you for bringing this terrible ambitions to an end. What will happen to the prince now?
An example must be made of him. That's what the firing squad is for.
Ooh, cold-hearted. It breaks my heart, but I must put the good of Levant above my feelings. He cannot be allowed to live after what he's done.
Not to mention he was planning to kill us both. We raised him to be better than this.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, you really can't let him live, even if he is your kid.
This weighs on my mind.
Without an heir, the succession of Levant is thrown into chaos. There will surely be more opportunists who will try to position themselves to claim Levant the moment one of us is gone. Things will be difficult for the foreseeable future.
I wish you could have taken him alive, but dead is better than roaming free.
Yeah.
It appears he was putting pressure on many of our merchants as well.
With the Baron out of the picture, I'm certain their prices will return
Hey,
to normal.
thanks.
Serene tells me you gave her the information she needed to solve this case, Xena. Thank you for your efforts.
Excellent.
We got $400. Always welcome it. And the prices have gone back to normal. This is kind of a cool mask. And I know it's definitely not Xena, but... Oh. Alright, and that's officially it.
I am sorry, but unless you have official business here, I do not have time to spare for a visitor.
Bag's overweight, but we're gonna go sell a couple huge shields. Make some money, so we've fixed the quest. I bought the one thing from you. Did I?
What can I do
Yeah,
for
I
you?
did. The prices are back to normal. I don't have enough Hackamite to get the thing that I wanted. I'll talk to
Want
you.
to buy?
And we're gonna sell some stuff. Brutal Axe, don't need it. Dragon Shield? The shield depicting a fictional great creature of great power. One that is common in Streets Theater. Huh. Marble Shield. I'm gonna keep the Hound Mask. I don't need the Nobleman Boots. Oh, I got a medium ruby. I don't think I need that either. Alright, let's buy some gold. So now I've got 10. Oh, and that's the 4 that he gave me. So you can move this. So I got 1,400. That's good. Alright, cool. Got some money now. 3 Hackamite. I need 2 more. Nobody here selling any. We're gonna run into the desert. Nighttime's actually a pretty good time to do it. Let's go. I brought my tent, so we don't need to stay at the inn. I just want to equip this real fast to see what it looks like. Oh wow, that is one hell of a shield. It's pretty cool, but I don't really need it. So back to the Mystic Pizza.
Want to buy?
I want to sell you a big shield that I don't need. I'm sure somebody might one day tell me like, oh no, that's super rare, like the 3rd most rare item in the game. I know you can put it in a legacy chest and it becomes the most amazing thing ever. But, oops, oh well, just a game. Alright, let's drop our tent. And we will sleep. And then we are going to... just don't need astral potions, man. It's just so weird for me like to have the mana regen that I just don't need those potions. At least I don't need very many of them. So repairing should take a lot less time. I'll sleep for a few hours. And yeah, so we're gonna go into the desert. and we will go go do the next step of that treasure map thing. We'll go find the next clue, and hopefully that won't get us killed. I just want to go double check on prices from the blacksmith and all them now that we got those lowered. I don't think it really changes much, but
Listen,
I mean, things are a little bit cheaper, I guess. Not too much cheaper. Maybe we can find the Hackamite we need.
How can I help you?
Yeah, not too much cheaper. I don't think there's any... There was like the one set of boots I kind of thought I'd like from the other guy, but let's go pick them up. They're pretty good boots. From Smooth the Tailor. Ooh, raw alchemy. Livyweed. I don't remember what I needed Livyweed for, but I do remember like looking at a recipe for something and I needed Livyweed, and I was like, I don't ever carry that around for anything. I think you get it in the swamp. Okay, so what? Let's see. Oh, right. Wait, I have... How much money do I have? 119. The alchemist was selling chakrams. I need those far more than I need. Then I need boots. That's not... Nope, nothing over here. Don't mind me. Just... Next question. Do you... So I feel so stupid about this. Protection... Elite Desert Tunic. Wait, that's pretty good, all things considered. Can I compare? So the it has 2 protection plus resistance and impact resistance. That's and stamina cost. That is 100% better across the board than what I'm wearing. Interesting. But that's not what we're here for. We're in the market for chakrams. And I'm pretty sure. So I was running around just doing some little extra nonsense in Enmerker Forest the other night, and I came across a Saborian caravaner, and he was holding the frost chakram, the frozen chakram, for $2,000, and I did not have the money. And of course, his supplies change every time he moves. So ornate chakram compared to this one, it's a little bit better, but it's just regular damage, no element. And the thorny one, 37 damage, so it's again a little bit better across the board too. 900 and 800, that's 1700. If I just want to compare those two.
How can I help you?
34, so the ornate one almost, it's kind of like it's a little less impact but more damage. And this is more damage and almost significant less impact, but it does bleeding. So those are both really good. And I have, what was it, 1,500, and I would need 200. Okay, so we're gonna go run out into the desert. Oh, you know what? We could do that. Because we missed a bunch of chests and stuff in that area we were just in. We could go run through. So we're gonna run out into the desert. We are going to... My camera just suddenly make me all like blurry. Did it get too dark in here? Probably got too dark in here. Tell you what, I'm gonna take a break. I'll get the lighting stuff fixed. I'll be back in a few minutes. And there. Alrighty. Okay, so onward. Oh, right. I've been standing out here in the heat. Let's go cool down real fast. I kinda... Oh, right. I was gonna turn the light on. I'm an idiot. That will hopefully fix the whole focus thing on the camera. Right, so we got a little bit warm. That is what... Maybe I'll slap on that ice torch. We'll throw that on. At least a little bit. I brought it. Might as well use it. Drink some water. Cool down. Gather some water. Did I pick up my 10? Yeah. And eat a tartine so we get all that good stamina. You need to move to the pocket so we have all of our chakrams with us. And we will slap on the ice torch. Just like a regular torch, but it cools you down. And then we're going to take off and we're going to go. So I showed you last stream the royal manticore, the big mama matriarch manticore. Where we are going is guarded by a baby manticore. I do not really think I can handle a baby manticore, but we're going to at least try. And that might get us killed. Some of us might die, but that is a sacrifice I'm willing to make. Gabrielle, you with me? Yep, she's coming. Look at her and her cute little buck teeth. My body temperature's back to normal. As we... What's that? I've never... Alright. Some people will probably comment. But I've never read The Dark Tower. I haven't actually read much Stephen King, to be honest. I read a little bit. But I've heard The Dark Tower is very good. But everyone, I think, knows that classic line of the... Well, everyone knows, except for I'm gonna butcher it. The sorcerer ventured off across the desert, and the man in black followed, or the gunslinger followed. That's the one. It always runs through my head when I'm here, especially because last character I was doing was a gun build. There are a bunch of rock mantises like that right there. That little rock pile where I'm headed towards is probably a rock mantis. I don't want to get too close and annoy him. Although making a rock mantis fight a manticore might be a good idea. Ah, but look. Wrecked ships in the desert. I didn't need iron scrap, but okay. So if we recall, I think we can look it up. Legend of Monsoon, treasure hunt. To find a treasure, follow the trail of clues. First clue, find a boat's cabin buried in the sand. Well, there's a boat buried in the sand. Ooh, maybe. Just maybe. If I lay a bunch of traps out, I can... So the manticore... Oh, there's a shell whore over there, too. I wonder if he'll fight the manticore for me. So the manticore tends to hang out right there, right? You can see him. So maybe if I lay a bunch of traps out, I have 11 traps and at least, fair enough amount of stuff to... Let's see if we can kill a manticore. I think it's doable with a bunch of traps. Kind of forgot I had all those. And last thing I want to do is annoy him too early, though. Yeah, you turn around and just keep looking that way. I know I could put this in my quick slot and make this a little bit faster, but... You just drop all 10 of them. These guys are tough. I've killed this one before. I think a couple of times. My first character was stupid powerful by the end, but also shields. Shields help a lot. So we'll do this. Hopefully what we can get out of this will give us just enough money to buy both those chakrams. We need like, what, $300 more? Hopefully that'll work. And then we can head back to Berg. Alright, that's all of our tripwire traps down. This is just practice for when we take out the Royal Manticore. See, now, if I had... If we had, is that... Flex Confusion. Yeah, let's get rid of the Mining Pick. Mining Picks are surprisingly really good to throw into tripwire traps. Nope, nope. Come on, there we go. Ow! Did I miss one? I feel like I missed one. No? Alright. I did that one. Now, we had literally just enough stuff for all that. Okay. Let's drop the bag. Oh, see, I'm getting hot, even with the torch. Weather defense potion. Drink some water. Just in case we're gonna eat some good stuff. Mana and elemental. Now we're gonna eat some alpha jerky. And we're gonna eat some ocean for say. Alright, let's put our... Now I have so many options on... You need to move to the pocket as well. I think if we can catch him on fire... We'll use the pizza. Can't not use the pizza. Oh, wait, let's... Considering what we're about to do, I think we should probably put a helmet on. This one gives us plus 10 damage bonus, so yeah, we'll put the helmet on. And, let's see about poking the bear. Oh, yeah, he hurt me. Yeah, wow. This will probably work, but... Nice! With the explosion. Okay, so we killed a manticore. And we didn't even take all of our traps. By 2. Hey, it worked. Oh, I forgot to load this one. I told you I missed one. But I didn't even have anything to load it anyway. Not too shabby. Do I have any health regenerating? Oh yeah, I do. A little bit. Let's eat something else. Alright, what did he drop for us? A bunch of alpha meat, which is great. Manticore tail, predator bones, and scale leather. Let's take it all. Okay. So manticore down. Because where we needed to go is in here. And I'm quite certain I could have just ran past him and gone straight into that room. But... you know, I mean, we can fight some of the enemies. That's why we use our big human brain to... I feel like this is where one of the hidden endgame bosses is. It's in one of these rooms, but you need like a particular item and you have to have finished your campaign. Aha! I knew there was an ornate chest somewhere around here. Oh, hey, those are the boots I was gonna buy. That's cool. Oh, I did not need an iron hammer, but okay. So let's double check this. We're wearing the desert boots for plus 10 movement, hot weather defense. These also have hot weather defense, better resistances. Yeah, overall, They're fashionable. I can't really see them, but I'll wear them. Oh, and now we've got assassin bugs around. Saw what I did to the manticore with the pizza. Where was the shell horror, right? Oh, no, those are hive. I mean, so yes, the hive creatures do have a shell horror variant. Oh, hey, he's already annoyed at me. He shot some bugs my way. I don't know if the assassin bugs will fight him. So I fought one of these guys back in Enmerkar. Oh, whoa, what? Oh, he's fighting one of the sharks. Okay, yeah, so there's these other enemies out here. They're like just sand sharks, I guess. They're not the hardest thing, but they're still. We're actually gonna have to fight one in a minute, because there's one in the cabin that we're headed towards. Oh, I don't have either of my bonuses without doing a brace. I don't think they're gonna win. Nope. We're just noping out. I gotta go fight my own shark now. I have brace, so this shouldn't be too bad. We'll just put use a couple potions. Elemental resistance. I'm gonna throw that on just because I'm pretty sure that they do. I'll take a rage potion. Why not? We're gonna use an ice varnish and enter the captain's cabin. There's one shark in here, and we shouldn't have that much trouble, he says, mildly scared. The issue's gonna be got it. Yeah, pizza chakram for the win. A shrimp, some shark cartilage. I don't really need this stuff, but hey. Alrighty, open Knight's Corpse. Oh, another mining pick, why not? Nothing else very good in here. And then read. Congratulations on braving the blistering sands. You must now go and delve into the hornet's nest. Overcome venom and stings under the shade of a giant forest. Well, so that means to me that the next clue is back in Enmerkar, in the hive place. Another set of entomber boots. That's interesting. Don't really, you can always use the antidotes there. There we go, bag overweight, finally. By 1 pound? I don't need the great hammer. It sells for like $8. Alright, that was productive, that worked. I think if we go back to Levant, sell all that stuff we just got, there's a pretty good chance that we'll be able to buy those chakrams, and then we can move on to our next mission from Risa back in Berg. I would love to find some amylite. I don't need amylite. There's that thing up there. I don't think we're going to have any luck with Hackemite, though. That's the purple rock that you get. You have like a chance to get it when you mine mana stones. And I was trying to rack my brain about where to find mana stones to mine. And outside of like a couple little dungeons in the forest, I think usually you don't. I mean, Sierra's or Sierra has tons of mana stones all over, but I can't think of very many places in Berg that has them. Nor can I think of very many places in the desert, but I'm not really in the desert that often. So I feel like I might maybe off camera just make a run through Sierra. I mean, I don't need the armor set yet. Another jewel bird. The garden's pretty cool. I'll show that off later. I think just because it's very dangerous. There's tons of golems there. And the last thing I want to do is properly annoy I think it's called the Clockwork Golem. 2 swords, big, tall, super fast, will just destroy you in a heartbeat. I've come close to killing him with my pistol build, but I was also kind of getting kind of cheesy. I like walked him really far away from his area, so his AI was just kind of like trying to walk back until I'd antagonize him. But he also had health regen, so yeah, it was I could have done it, but I ended up running out of bullets, and then by the time I got back, he was still out in the middle of the desert, but his health had all come back, and it was dumb. All right, at least we got the prices back down in Levant. This place is pretty fun. But I would like to go move on with Risa, because her next quest is going to send us, I'm getting a bit tired, is going to send us to Monsoon. So let's see what we can sell to this guy. Well, then we're probably going to have to end up running around to all the merchants getting silver.
How can I help you?
He got 852 silver. What can I sell to you? Alright, so I'm wearing some Entomber boots, so I'm going to sell you a pair of them. I'll sell you one of these. I don't mind my desert boots, but they're not... Yeah, I'll just sell them. Now that I have the Entomber boots, they're not really doing me any huge favors. I don't need the shrimp. I don't need the grilled mushroom. I need to make sandwiches with that. I don't need the scaled leather. I don't need the shark cartilage. I don't really need the manticore tail, but I feel weird getting rid of it. Okay, so now I need to sell you. He has 688, so if I sell him 600, he gives me 600.
How can I help you?
Right? So that gives me 896. I'm $4 off. Alright, I'll sell you something else then. Take both of these. Alright, 906. There's our ornate chakram. And now I have exactly 800. I just need 800 silver from one of these others. Blacksmiths always have a bunch of silver. So we'll go get 800 silver from the blacksmith. Buy the other thorny.
Listen.
Yeah, you got 1200. You can do it. You can handle it. 806. Go buy the thorny chakram. Then we'll be like 100% broke. And then be on our way back to Berg.
How can I help you?
I would like this. Alright, let's put our circlet back on. Let's go get in the sun. Well, look at this guy. You've got life all figured out. Is he's carrying a giant piece of meat around with him? Here, you should move a little bit. Yeah. Peak masculinity right there. I'm just gonna keep bullying you. You really want to just stand in your one spot. Welcome to Levant. This is what you can get used to. With padded boots on, man? These are very weird fashion choices you're making. Anyway, sorry. I had to judge somebody. Alright, so let's look at these other two. The thorny one looks just like a coil of thorned blackberry brambles. It's alright. And then this one. This is the one I was actually curious about because I think it works as like a light source. So my lantern is off. You go anywhere that's relatively dark? I think the inn was kind of dark. Yeah, so it does kind of work like a light source. That's cool. I like this one a lot, actually. I mean, it's not quite pizza, but that's pretty cool. All right. So we basically got what we came for. So it sounds like we're going to go back to Berg. I don't know where the... I don't know where exactly the next treasure piece is. I guess obviously it's in the hive somewhere in Berg. It's already 9 o'clock, so I've been streaming for a while. So once we get back to Berg, I'll probably call it for the night. But, you know, we got that whole mission done. Because the next mission from Risa is going to send us into the slums. Or not the slums. No, it's going to send us into Monsoon. I think we'll eat a tartine, get that stamina up. All this should last long enough for me to go home and make alpha sandwiches. We'll put the ice torch back in our hand so we can just book it across the desert. Fighting that manticore, I mean, granted, mostly it was just me leading him the trap, sure, but you could just see just how difficult those things are. I mean, they jump around a lot, which just makes it hard to like consistently hit them with melee without just rushing them down. And even then, you knock them back, and then yeah, that huge tail swing. And those little spines, I'm pretty sure, poison you, which makes it even worse. But, yeah. Fight smarter, not harder, as Scrooge McDuck always said. There's a chest here. Oh, hey. Coral horn mask. Manicost. I'll take it. I mean, I'm not going to not take them. What's our bag at now? Yeah. We're doing okay. One of the... I think that one was mana capacity. The other one I got, the Hound Mask, was damage. I wonder... I don't know how damage is factored in the sense of... If I'm wearing the mask that does 10% more damage, anything I'm doing obviously will be 10% more. But I wonder if that applies to traps. If that registers as like an attack from you. Huh. Curious. I mean, I kind of doubt it because that almost doesn't make sense, but it would be kind of fun if it did. Yeah, see, all those like glowing hive things, I've never really taken the time to explore that place at all. Because those hive creatures really just freak me out. Can I run up here? Nope. Nope, maybe. Come on. Yeah, we did it. I know that the Holy Mission, one of their faction quests sent us here for a while. It's basically a waste of a tartine. You come here with Oliel to do a big thing, and then you travel to a bunch of different locations. I'm trying to think. I'm not 100% certain if you ever even have to come to the desert with the Blue Chamber. You probably do, yeah. They'll definitely send one of the missions will send us here. It's been a while since I've done this faction, so I mean I feel like most the quests like I'm familiar with, but off the top of my head I don't remember all of which ones they are. I wonder what happened to that priest dude. He's still just chilling. The jewel burn meat, if I recall correctly, it increases your movement speed if you cook it and eat it. Which just gives you like an extra 15% movement, which is great. Wow, stamina, man. You are just not doing me any favors at the moment. Where's my water bottle go? But that's okay. I mean, we only spent basically a day here. Don't make me do something I'll regret. Oh, whoa, mantis. Eh. Oh yeah, so the guy's gone. Is this fresh water? Come on, Gabrielle. You guys are being freakishly, weirdly close to the entrance. Nope. Nope. Bad horse. Bad horse. Not doing it. I'm not dealing with this. Ha! Pushed A instead of Y and it didn't work. It's like, wait, what? I'm not gonna die here at the gates. That was funny to me. Oh, hey, there's another... Alright, well, let's get rid of this freezer thing. Put the ornate one on. As fun as the pizza is, I don't think you can bleed or burn golems. Got a fair amount of stamina, but probably let's put the hound mask back on for a second. Come on. Oh, you needed to hit me, you... Oh, you were so rude. Dude, not fun. I mean, kind of deserved it, I guess. That was rude. I don't appreciate him. Yeah, but I mean, I feel like I've been doing better at timing the brace. So, I'm not really gonna complain there, but wait, why is my bag suddenly? Oh, because I put way too many astral potions. Some of this food has been carrying around for way too long. Alright, we're good. We got some health coming back. I mean, mostly success. Oh, what have I got? Pain right now. Pain for 168 seconds. Physical resist. Yeah, the golems cause pain. There's another one right here. Oh, dude. Get staggered. Stay staggered. I mean, that one went a little bit better, I guess. You're gonna drop me a beast golem scrap? Maybe I'll just go sell those to the Kazite merchant. The axe they can make is really good. It is kind of very impressive. Wow, they are just everywhere right now. Yeah, see, I went a little early on that because he hadn't fully like gotten back from the stagger. When he was animation of him getting up, it kept him from taking more stagger damage. I could have waited a little bit and probably done that a little bit better, but I do like this this ornate chakram. I like the light that it gives us. So I'm gonna just go pop in here and just show you guys this dungeon. I don't think we're gonna go through the whole thing by any means. We'll see how it goes, I guess. There's a chest here, which... Oh, brutal axe. 20 bucks. I'll take it. I definitely need... I don't even have a single life potion on me. That's pretty awesome. I didn't even notice that. That's funny. We're going to keep that. We'll put a bandage on. That'll... Just need to get a little bit of life back before I open that door. The enemies in here aren't particularly bad, but... Or these guys aren't particularly bad, I should say. They just do fire damage. Ugh, that's what I didn't want to have happen. These two. These little forge golems, I guess they're called. I mean, nothing I need. Nothing really bad to grab. But this whole place is a bit more. Obviously, we're taking those. Shiv dagger. I don't really need a shiv dagger. So you can see up top there, that burning thing. That's one of those fire moose elemental, obsidian elementals. There's a ghost right there. I doubt I can reach him. Oh, of course now I'm out of focus. I was thinking maybe I could throw my chakra at him. I don't think it would hit. But so there's a ghost there. So this is a teleporter. This little statue thing. This one teleports me right there to where that ghost is at. And then you run around here and use that teleporter and it teleports you to the next one. I mean, look at this place. Like, I don't think I can fall in the water. Okay, yeah. Just like buildings all anchored awkwardly. Like this is just like a transport into some weird reality. But then basically you go from transporter to teleporter to teleporter to teleporter until you get to the end, which you can kind of see like right above the little pipe on my backpack. That's the end. And then that teleports you up top. And then there's an ornate chest and the elemental and the burning man and the legacy chest is up there. So it's one of the better legacy chests to easier ones to get to because ghosts aren't that bad if you prepare for them. I just don't want to. If I start this, I don't think I can get back without dying or getting to like one of the other teleporters further along. And I don't feel like dying to a bunch of ghosts right now. I do love the alphabet in this game. I don't think I've really shown it off enough, but I'm almost convinced. Oh yeah, see the red moon up there. So yeah, this is like a shrine to the Red Lady, the Scarlet Lady, the Scarlet Lich, whomever. But yeah, the alphabet. I really like the one here, and I'm almost convinced that it's pretty simple to like to decipher. I've seen some words like particularly. There's a potion merchant or like an alchemist in the DLC town Harmaten, and it says right across her sign, and you can read like potion. You can read it. It just looks really simple. So I'm quite positive that the alphabet for this game is relatively easy to fully decipher. So how much light? So this is with my lantern off, just the chakram. That's a decent amount of light, and then turn the lantern on and it's a bit brighter. That's a fun little bonus, considering the chakram's actually pretty good. It's more or less the same as my Kazite one. Just no element. If there was a way to get elements, I mean, some of the chakrams, I guess, have their elements, but I meant like use a resin on them. That would be really awesome. Probably a bit OP, to be fair. I'm sure they balanced for that sort of thing. I guess they like you can't use a bow and put a resin on your bow, which I think is fine, interesting, but I think they added elemental arrows. I'm feeling a little bit lost suddenly. There's the bridge. That's where I'm going here, yeah. And so, yeah, I get that you can't use resins on offhand weapons. Maybe that's something they'll add in Outward too. That could be pretty cool. It could be helpful, or at least fun for different builds. I've kind of considered thinking of trying to do a dagger build. I don't know. I mean, I think it's possible. Obviously, it's possible. In fact, I think they can be very, very powerful. But I know that you can't imbue daggers. So what I was watching that YouTuber I mentioned, Sheen Shots. He mentioned that there's a potion that's not like a resin. It's like the assassin's potion, and what it does is like increase your stealth and add poison to your weapon. But what he said is that it actually works for bows. It wasn't supposed to. It was a bug, and the devs considered taking it out, but then they decided to leave it in because they actually liked it. You guys are still just here and dead. That's crazy. So obviously, like it could have been a thing. They decided not to make it a thing. But hey, we're back in Berg again. That is kind of fun. I just snagged a screenshot. Do love... So yeah, I mean, I feel like I've pointed it out before. Maybe I haven't. We have our big giant moon, which is so pretty. They did such a great job with this guy in this game. And then maybe we can't see it, but we should be able to see the red moon somewhere around here. Maybe it hasn't quite risen up yet. But the red moon is where, well, we'll learn more about it next week when we talk to the giants, because their history is connected with the red moon. But usually you can see it. I think it's fun that there's two moons, including the bright red one. Maybe we will try and go through the face of the ancients, because I wouldn't mind getting some enchanting done. That'd be nice for the armor to get a little bit better, at least. And I think we can, I'll have to look and see what sort of enchantments you can put on chakrams. I'm sure there's some alright ones, at least. It's probably the type of enchantments that require a whole lot of different elemental particles and whatnot.
This worries me.
Okay, if you had the frozen one, I was about to get really, I mean, not shocked or upset, just like, oh, of course. I mean, there's a couple little things I don't really need. I don't need the iron. I don't need predator bones at this point. Alright. Oh, yeah, I have a brutal axe to go sell. Which is, you know what, I'm going to hold on to it because I'm almost convinced I can craft. Let's see. Is it the brutal axe? Not you. Brutal axe with, oh, I need the other beast golem scrap. I think I need 2 beast golem scrap. Maybe it's just 1. I did the wrong way. Where are the beast golem? There we go. I have 3. I'm probably way off here, but brutal scrap. I think it's 2 beast golem scraps, and I don't have any. Aha! That's what we're gonna do. Palladium spike into palladium, because I'm pretty sure I need palladium for this. You need palladium for basically every weapon you craft. And palladium. Let's see if it works. Nope. What if it's just 1? Nope. Okay, I don't know how to craft the beast golem axe. We'll throw it in the box. We don't really need it right now. Don't need the ice thing for a while. I don't really need either of these masks. Definitely don't need the coral horn one, but that would have been really, when I was making the title for this, and what did I go with? The weathered P word that I can't think of. I was considering doing pronghorn. I'm like, I'm not gonna wear anything that has horns on it, and of course then I find that mask. That's funny to me. Would have been great. Oh well, what would have been, could have been, should have been. Let's store a few more things. Oh, we need to make sandwiches. I don't have any bread to make sandwiches. Store the Hackmite until I get 2 more. Store the manticore tail. I know there's a way to make like a manticore spear that is presumably very, very powerful. I'm not going to do it, but anything we can cook? I probably didn't bring any salt with me. Alpha jerky. Alpha jerky's probably just as good as alpha sandwich, isn't it? It takes 2 alpha meat to do that. Eh. We'll buy some bread and do sandwiches later. Okay, but hey everyone, thanks for watching. We'll go catch up with the rest of the Blue Chambers stuff next week. But overall, I think we had a pretty fun episode. I do like the desert. It's growing on me a lot. Not quite there with the swamp or the forest, but I do kind of have fun in the desert. Anyway, so thanks you all. As always, stay frosty, and I'm gonna call it a night, and we'll see you next week. And thanks so much. At this point, we all know I don't know how to end